And finally, a little bit of a break. We get into our first map of Inferno. Davenport University. Their playoff chances are against the wall, but admittedly, they're trying to hold on to their spot in ESL. And for TeamOne, they're looking to guarantee themselves some spots in playoffs and give themselves the best opportunity to make it to the postseason. So, fine last, taking away Inferno. It's TeamOne starting on the CT side, and it's Davenport University continuing their grind.
We still haven't really figured out a cool name for ourselves. You know?
I mean, our producer just suggested Flaz. I'm good with that one.
Oh man, we should get a poll in the chat and figure it out. You know what? Spek's got to figure out some stuff because I mean he's just already done. Oh
whoa! What the? Outside of the apartments, that's a quick 1-for-1 and a great swing up there from Pugg. Catches TRK looking the wrong way, but the flank through banana does come through. So we're sitting ourselves pretty 2v3 in the pistol round. Davenport University get to entrench themselves on the A site. But right now, TeamOne are splitting up. Many would say this is a risky play. No trades available for any player from any direction, so this could be dangerous. One kill here for Davenport would turn things very good, but they leap out the apartments. The kill does come in from Corn and Switcher, though, and there's no trades on this. It's malbs 1v2. And he just has to hit some incredible taps when that's a start. But no kit is the big problem here. He's going to have to basically stick it the whole darn way. He sees the kneecap. He'll get him off. Switcher is going to pick up the pistol for Davenport. That is a twist of fate.
That was a beautiful pistol round. I mean, we saw Davenport, they kind of manipulated that arch or the lane and having that player underneath. I thought that was a really good job because you could see his exposure was just, he didn't know what to do. He was waiting for somebody in the apartment, but then there was a swing out of boiler and mid at the same time. So I love that coordination from Davenport. I mean, this looked pretty clean, and that post-spawn situation was pretty held well because, I mean, it was a good execute and a good attempt from TeamOne, but just no dice.
Yeah. But yes. Oh, okay. Nades to start off this round, and it is Maluk. Catching one towards the top of middle. Two scouts up and running here for TeamOne. This is a forward spy. This still could pose some problems. The off angle from TRK is so lethal with that 5-7. I might rather have a 5-7 in that position than an A4. Bold take, but we'll see how it pays off. Spek looking to fight his way out. He spots the player up on balcony, hears him drop, and in the meantime, they isolate IDK. He can even split in towards spawn here, provide some extra problems for the CT side. It is a little discombobulated here from Davenport, but they're being patient. They're waiting for the frags to come to them, and it'll work out nicely. Spek eventually goes down, but no big deal. They have the man advantage. They have Pesadelo hemmed in here on this B site.
Yeah, Pace is by himself, but I mean, he's got this deke, so I mean, he could land a dirty shot or two, maybe. Oh, they're hunting for him. Oh, no. They are just looking for him. Where's Pesa? Where is he? Look at this, they're all still waiting. Alive. I know he's still alive. I don't know what they're doing.
He's drawing the attention of 3 players right now as 2 go up towards top banana. This is dangerous, but they're going to wait for the smoke to fade eventually, and then Pesa really does have to make a move at the end of the day. I think that molly there from Davenport actually kind of saved them a little bit. Pesa was drawing so much attention.
It definitely did. I mean, that was able to just make sure those players from Banana weren't able to push through. But I love that play. I mean, Pesa played the timing very well. I mean, again, like you said, he just kind of used the smoke, was baiting 3 players. But Davenport played that well. They didn't just like aimlessly run through the smoke and try to fight him. I mean, that would have been careless, but they waited. But man, that could have been torn apart quickly if that molly wasn't placed.
Yeah. So some risky rounds here from Davenport, but at the end of the day, it settles nicely. And, you know, this is certainly a breath of fresh air for Davenport University, who, you know, kind of been beat down. They got the beat down from MIBR last night, but this is the start that they've dreamed of. You know, considering that they've been on the grind, considering it's been a slew of losses for them, this is at least a bright spot for this team. Start off nicely against TeamOne. See how that continues, though. There's still 2 scouts in play. You can't underestimate that, plus a malbs deal, and a tag to start off here for TRK. Nicely done so far. Gets Kojo down a 1. The wall bang.
Right in the corner of the wall, too. I do not know how he's alive. I don't know how he's down to 1 HP, but alright, that's fine. It'll work. Kojo gets another 3rd try on this, I guess. I don't know how he got it, but he does. Swisher actually going to lead this, and Maluk. Oh my, nope, not a chance at all. And now malbs tries to get that deagle. Oh, there it is. That's what we always look for.
He's still towards the top of Banana, joined now even by Pesa. The bomb at his feet. Kojo on one and he's down. A tag even from the scout. And it's the full frag there. Oh no, it has gone horribly wrong. It's a malbs deagle moment. And it's Spek in a 1v4. I mean, he'll swap out for the AK. It's the best he can do here. And a one tap even on the malbs. I mean, he's given himself the best possible opportunity for this. Nade even towards Car. But and it dunks on Pesa. There are chances for Spek. He is getting flanked though by TRK. Just waiting. 30 seconds on the clock. When will TRK make his move? Spek at the same time will be given access to the bomb. Tries to run back. TRK has him dead to rights. TRK is actually going to make his move right now. 20 seconds now. And Spek, he just needs to instantly enter the site. I like the molly towards spawn, but TeamOne's going to hide away. And I think Spek is going to consider the save here, but TRK won't even let him. That's an eco victory for TeamOne. That breath of fresh air gets taken right out of the lungs.
Oh man, that was a great start that we saw from Davenport, but then it just all fell apart, man. We talked a lot about malbs, we talked a lot about Pesa, but there's malbs right there, man. You get him with a deagle, anything can happen. There's some magic to be seen, and we finally get it. But now we get the gun round, or the partial gun round here from Davenport. Mac 10 in the hands of Spek, and with the Tech 9 on Kojo. So we will be probably seeing those two leading this this entry for this one. Unless Kojo is thinking he can Mac 10 from this distance, I will simply lose my mind.
I think you just need to be better.
Just aim, point, and win.
Yeah.
It's that simple, really.
I really don't know where you're coming from there, Laz.
I don't know what I'm thinking. It's easy from that distance.
They're gonna pop through the smoke towards top middle. And there's no molly to really deter them. It's only going in towards Boiler. So if you try to swing that, Maluk, you are a dead man. And he gets 3 different AKs firing at him. Giving a lot of information over to this TeamOne side. They've rotated in 4 players. It's looking good for this defense. Can Davenport break it?
Oh, they will, and Swisher's able to get the first sentry, but TRK able to find the double. Looking to make the triple, and it's going to happen. There it is, but a reply right back. It's a 2-2.
Oh, someone needs to get the bomb. Someone needs to cross back onto the site. Asa flashing himself up, but it's a team flash. Unfortunately, that should allow this bomb to get planted. A little bit of a missed smoke, though, only going in towards Library, and Spek is trapped inside of Mini Pit. Someone needs to smoke Moto, and now... And it also has a gap. There's so many problems in this one for DU. And because of that, it's delaying. It allows them to flank up towards lane. Spek will get himself in the site, but Davenport have to forfeit the pit position. That's the problem, and now they're already up lane. Surprise! Now it's Pugg, 1v2. Pesa jumping up on top of the hay car, making his way up and towards the cold box. 2 bullets in the mag, though, to make this work. This would take a miracle, and Pesa just needs to wait for the kill to come to him. It's 2 rounds in a row here for TeamOne, but the bomb plant, nevertheless, in the financial damage, would that be justified here for Davenport?
Well, it still adds the good funds. I mean, it's not going to be the gun round, but at least it gets them a better purchase for this one in round number 5. And I mean, that round was chaotic, man. I mean, we had just got to talk about the smokes. I mean, the first smoke, like you said, so deep. It went way past what they wanted. And then they got a second chance, and yeah, it was a blunder too. So a little bit of a problem, but good efforts at least. Back to a tie game. Op now here from Maluk. That's going to be the first op we've seen in this first map. TRK getting him some good vision, sorry. I think he was able to spot it. Maluk, though, misses the first shot.
So at least maybe some space gained. They can try to roll through the apartments to try and retake what was lost over towards Banana. So Spek at least has this little piece of map control. It could be utilized. I mean, at least it's square 1 with 10 squares in a line. I really don't know what square 1, where that even comes from.
Yeah, there's a lot of sayings I have no idea. You're like, what?
Some guy just said, this should be a phrase. Wouldn't this sound cool if we said back to square 1? And they said, heck yeah, ow. That flash hurt. Took a whopping 1 damage, but IDK took a whopping 100 to the face. Corn leading the charge with the bomb in hand, and they're just gonna gun it through their own smoke. Maluk in an exposed position, but will be able to get away, and with TRK up on the balcony, it's a difficult crossfire to break. TRK with the double, and Maluk going for quick scopes, but Spek will be able to run him down. Now he gets an off. Now there's a little bit of danger in this one, but the nade not on the mark, and Spek mostly looking for damage at this one. Hunting for it. He finds the shot, but he's swinging wide. That allows Pesa to trade, and that will be TeamOne with 3 on the trot.
Yeah, but it's still an expensive round, though. I mean, even though the fact that TeamOne won that round, it came down to 2 members remaining. And I mean, it does look like the pause is coming through. It is a technical, so a little bit of time. But at the same time, you know, I mean, that round was wild. Like, I mean, again, Davenport are still getting some really good kills. They're burning this money situation. I mean, rounds are being gained for TeamOne, but barely. It's costly. It's too costly.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a reason to shore things up. I mean, even then, Davenport's still looking decently convincing with that kind of round. You know, I think one of their biggest struggles has been matching firepower, and I mean, just wide swinging middle with the deal and hitting the headshot does definitely that does some numbers.
It does some work. It does some good things. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I don't think Davenport University had the opportunity to give the full breadth of their T side just yet. I think just some unfortunate affairs coming that eco round they haven't really been able to play, you know, a proper round of Counter-Strike so far. Mostly been, you know, down to Tech 9s, limited utility. There's been some caveats here. So this upcoming one will be kind of the proving point here for Davenport.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we did talk about it, and actually I think you mentioned in the beginning too. I mean, for Davenport, I was kind of criticizing this map pick again just because we were able to see the MIBR game, and that was, you know, there was a little bit of a comeback or some rounds in a row, but sure, it was tough. But you can't discredit that, you know, they've taken out teams like EG Black, they've beaten Mythic, you know, they've even gone toe to toe with like some European teams. So it does kind of, you know, again raise this whole thing that is their Inferno pretty much up there.
Yeah, so let me go for it. I mean, it's interesting because they've, you know, it's not a map that they've really picked, but it's a map that they've actually had some of their most notable success on. I think their biggest win in this month was on this map, on the map of Inferno. So
that's very true.
You know, you think about it, you put that into perspective. It's like, this pick does make sense. And Davenport, keep in mind, are also using their prep from Frag 17 for this map. Keep in mind, you know, they had a lot of time going into that event. They understood the type of opposition they were going to be playing in their group. While they never actually matched up against TeamOne at Frag 17, they still kind of have this little, you know, this pocket left over. While TeamOne have, you know, they've been looking at bigger fish, right? Your ATKs, your Rotterdam qualifiers. So inherently, Davenport University have the bigger playbook against TeamOne. So that is one of the advantages they have in the series.
Yeah, definitely a really good point. I think we're getting close. I think we're getting definitely close, but we haven't seen, you know, the op coming in here from Davenport yet. Like we always talk about Kojo, right? I mean, you get him the big green, but it's been, you know, TeamOne that's been able to have that thing kept alive despite the close rounds. But looks like the freeze time is going to be finally called off, and we're ready to go back into this thing. And round number 6 now, a full gun round coming through. I think this is one of the official gun rounds. I'll call it. I think.
Yeah. Well, we'll call it as it is. Davenport University this is the proving point. Now to start off this Inferno, this is what you anti-stratted for, this is what you do, your preparation. So let's go ahead and see what the result of it is, and let's see what TeamOne try to throw at them to knock them off kilter. Maluk is starting this one off with a fast play towards middle, but they have the flash for it. Luke knocked off. And so Davenport University will set down stakes. Put their claim in towards apartments and bottom banana for the most part. Default at least going according to plan. But TeamOne want banana control. They're looking to go for the swing. Mob's looking to charge down. Good counter flash though. Perfectly thrown by Kojimo. That's a double kill for DU. And it's only Maluk, the last line of defense. He hits the first shot, but Switcher on the pre-fire. That is a massive kill. If he goes down, it's TeamOne back in the driver's seat. But nope. It's Davenport with the B site, and we're seeing a save out of the Brazilians.
Yeah, and even Spek right now is playing that lurk. He actually did the fake jump too, because you can see that TRK is just kind of waiting things out in middle. But like you said, man, the fact that we saw Davenport getting those big entries, I mean, the overextending play from TeamOne, they had to risk for it. They wanted to go for that banana control, but man, oh man, did that just backfire big on them. TRK's not looking at this. He might actually get caught off guard. Oh, but the gun barrel is exposed and Spek's down. That's no harm, no foul. That's fine, but a great amount of trades that we see from Davenport.
Just a great read to start it off. They just play towards bottom banana. They have Kojimo the entire time preparing a barrels flash. It blinds everyone who tries to swing top banana. It's just preparation there for Davenport. They were primed for the play. That flash from Kojimo blinded them all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and even Pugg, I think Pugg honestly got hit by like 3 HEs. Like
yeah, even then.
Still survived. Man of Steel, apparently.
You got like the bomb suit on, which is just like the... That does look so funny. By the way, the... What is it called?
What's what called, Fi?
The bomb suit. You know what I'm talking about? Anyways, we'll hold on to that thought. Just running it, gunning it down banana. Malbs just gets blasted by the import Swisher. Doing some great work so far, but he runs up and will hand an AK over to TeamOne.
Makes me wonder if there was maybe a bit of a miscommunication right there too, because I mean Swisher really was by himself, and he's going into a fight where they know that TeamOne have been putting 3 members towards this. Luke is on the lane, able to get out though. They hear it. Corn's able to find that shot. This is where it can get an issue, but oh my, nice little jump on the box, and that's a clean execute. And I think this is going to be the save, a pace of just saving this AK that was picked up from Swisher. I
mean, that's been one of Davenport's proving points as well as a team, is their just quality of their executes is so great. If you allow them to execute on you, they're probably one of the top teams in North America in terms of their protocols. So I'm loving this start, as well as Corn hitting an absolute dinger onto the pit player who tries to swing lane for a multi-kill, just destroys him. It's definitely a different story for Corn. A good performance out of this guy is a good performance for Davenport. This is a great start as they're about to take the lead and force TeamOne down to the eco. Confidence in the sails, and oh, they lost Spek.
Bye, Spek.
That's the tactical nuke, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it still gets you. It still gets you. How long ago was that update? It was so. It feels like forever ago now.
Well, I think it was like a month at least. Like start of the player break. It was. There.
Yeah, true. I remember the player break, and I'm reading that. I'm like, what? Oh my. Either way,
it's scary.
It is. It is very scary. But what's scary is that we got a couple deegs here still for TeamOne. Oh, Pace is going down mid. Pace is going down mid. He's got a little bit of a one-way.
Oh, this is nasty. What a one-way.
He gave it away, though. He gave his spot away.
Oh, and they're trying to hunt for it. And Switcher will be able to spam him out. So, AK gone. Probably the chances in this round gone. Unless if Davenport University want to be the AK delivery service.
Malbs. Don't forget about Malbs.
You're right. Sorry. Yeah, it's the T-side AK. It's a glass AK, admittedly.
Silver bullet, baby.
You think he says like Uno every time he hits the 1D?
I'm sure he says something so cool when he gets a deagle headshot. He's probably got some cool catchphrase.
He's like a superhero. He has to have like some sort of like comic branding.
He's got to.
Oh, he picked up the AK now. This is dangerous all of a sudden. Kojimo's lining up utility as they're pushing down middle.
Oh man, they could get caught too.
Woo! Oh, Kojimo spotted him. All right, there goes the AK. There goes a USP. Anything more, it's a Malbs Eagle.
Uno.
Alrighty. Trying to put himself back on brand. Get a Marvel comic written about him or something of the sort. It's a double kill there from TRK. It's 3 kills on the eco. You know what? I'm happy with that if I'm TeamOne, but it's DU picking up round after round. This is looking great.
Yeah, and I think what we noticed so far in these 9 rounds is that both these teams, like despite being in the advantage in terms of like their weapons, I mean, they're costly. Like you said, I mean, if you're TeamOne, you're laughing. You're like, yeah, we got 3 kills. That's great. We're burning that money situation. So it's kind of happening on both sides though, right? I mean, even when TeamOne was winning, it's like, okay, we're winning these rounds, but my goodness, barely.
TeamOne are actually now broken by to start this. No off from Maluk. Scary setup, scary scenes right now for TeamOne. Start this map, and still holding this lane setup here. Trying to fight for banana at the same time, but you're seeing a lot of utility burned out the belts, and if they lose mobs, it could be massive, but the spam goes back and forth, and over the top, TRK almost with a double. Spek at the same time jumped out of the apartments and found a double kill. Spek has just saved the round for Davenport. It was going so south the top bracket, but he's done it. Bombs planted. TeamOne, pack your bags if you can't find a kill in these next 10 seconds.
Oh, man. IDK just needing to get one more bullet on the Corn, and he would have been a dead man. But they need to win this duel. Corn, I think he spotted it. Yes, he did. He finally did. Yeah, he spotted both players. The flash is going to come in. He should be able to get this good timing. Crossfire's in. They're still being patient, though. They're waiting it. Oh, this is an easy gifted kill. Oh, my goodness, Spek. You got to land these, and there it is. Now it's just pace on a 1-on-3. He's got to go.
That bomb will be hunting him down if the players aren't. Spek is dead to the bomb by every sense of the word. Or Pesa. One or the other. And Corn. You can't bleed through spawn. It just doesn't work. He goes down. Either way, Davenport pick up a much important round right there. And a timeout is going to roll on out. You'd have to assume for one. Yeah, and it is. This is starting to get out of hand. I mean, for the Brazilians right now.
It is. I mean, we were talking about them having the lead, and then things were getting pretty tight, and then now Davenport have put themselves in a pretty interesting position now. I mean, the 3 rounds ahead. They're starting to look a lot more confident for these executes, which is a lot different than what we saw versus the MIBR game. So we'll have to see what TeamOne can get going here. I mean, I still can't get over, like, IDK again. Like, he had the perfect setup with his teammate, but it was just so unlucky. I mean, again, he was spamming through his smoke. Ah, yeah. Just Spek, I guess.
Walked out the apartments. He's just, walked out the apartments. Bopped Maluk, who was watching him from the lane side, and then just swung out for the double kill. Like, Spek single-handedly winning that round.
Yeah, and I mean, Corn was taken down to, what, like 5 HP? So he just, again, anything would have happened, he would have been done, so... That saved a lot. They gave him that player advantage. And even him being a big pit, he was able to get the flashes. But you know what? They're going to go up quick on the bracket control. Mob's waiting. Uno! Oh, can it be more? I guess he's going to wait things out.
He gets a contract bonus every time he hits a Deagle headshot. He'll be collecting that. Still could be some problems here. Flash over pit. Oh, blind Spek. There's a bit of miscommunications here from Davenport. If it's discombobulated, these pistols can find success, but the entries are starting to come through. But IDK and TRK have found a double on the site. Spek hunting for this kill. He can't find it. It's just Kojo now. He finds the double kill. He salvages the round, and the last player's been spotted out towards library. Where's the bomb? No one's here to really no one's on the site to really plant it right now, but Kojo takes the blind shot. He knows he's in towards library. Pesadela wants to make a move through these, but he's been spotted out by Spek, and the crisis has been averted. Sure, these rounds are bloody, they're messy, but Davenport don't care. It's 7-3.
This is looking like a revitalized Davenport University. I mean, I was really criticizing a lot how they were going to be performing. We talked about them being on, what, 10+ official games, just on the full grind. And look at them, man. They look better than what we've seen them in a long time. I mean, they are just taking these fights. They're winning. The executes are just flawless. Like you said, you give them an inch, and they're going to take a mile.
So Davenport up 7-3 right now. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Not me.
Yeah, me neither.
Up towards mid, though. Maluk is looking to change things. Flash in, though, and he sticks around. That will be the trade-in from Corn, but there's 2 players spamming this smoke. That will be a double kill, but the pit player goes down. Again, TRK falls. IDK on the off angle, though. Rings out, but it's Kojo with the flick. Maybe Davenport still entering on the site, but now it's down to a clutch. As Pesas drop switcher. Kojo understands. Kojo knows. He's able to reposition, and he finds the kill on a Pesa. Kojo going off right now. He's dived back in towards lane. malbs knows this. So malbs basically clearing out the entire of it. He's gonna wrap around. Oh, malbs is making the read, though. malbs is making the hard read, and Kojo cannot hit the shot. malbs respect on the 1v1. Kojo will fall towards the end. 7-4 as the 1v1 comes through, but again, still, Davenport keep it close.
Yeah, these rounds are just nail biters. They're just coming right down to the wire. And an impressive amount of shooting that we're seeing, just hitting targets from Kojo, man. I mean, I talked about him and getting that op, and we haven't seen him, you know, like, light it up normally, and I'm not meaning that in a negative way, but today he is just getting the most amount of impact. He's 7-7, but man, these 7 kills have changed the game around entirely.
Money's still on a breaking point for TeamOne, so this could definitely work out. Kojo's still working with an AWP as well. Davenport can still get these extra few rounds, even on top of this. The round win here means so much. See what these adaptations really are. Smoking towards Arch. They're going to take this brackets control. No one's really here to fight it, though, for TeamOne. It's only smoke spam. The only thing they can offer. But also 4 players here in rotation, Laz. This could get dangerous.
Yeah, we've seen that just Davenport, they keep just taking the bracket control. TeamOne are allowing it. But now they're going to change this. They're not just rushing it out anymore. Going to wait things out. Some good utility going to be burned. The smoke going to be placed right in front of Maluk. They're going to try to swing him, though, but it's going to be Pesa. Looking to get multi-kills. But he goes for a big swing, and he's still able to find that with Maluk on the addition. But now the bomb's making its way towards Banana. Now it's malbs. He has to activate now.
Oh, he's behind the smoke, though. This is a perfect position for malbs. This is a jumping no-scope from Kojo. What? He'll get the plant. He's now in a 1v3. If he wins the round, this would be magnificent. Goes for the reswing. He almost hits the shot on a Maluk. He's floating in midair, trying to jump over coffins, and he'll have to try and accept this position towards the back of New Box. He's gotten the first. 1v2 now. Double swing and he gets another. Can he successfully do this? Oh, he's baiting out the peaks. He's jiggling. He's trying to play this game. He needs to hit the quick scope. Molly goes in. Kojo, he's going to stand in it and burn, though. He's hoping that IDK... He doesn't have a kit. He doesn't have a kit. He does pick one up, though. And there will be time on this defuse. It could have been magnificent from Kojimo. At the end of the day, it looks a little silly, though.
Oh, man, I don't even know what to make of that round.
Oh, boy.
What a heroic play from Kojo, man. I mean, gets across, picks up an op, gets those shots, brings it right down. What was that, like a 4v1 at that one point, or a 3v1 at least? Oh, man, and it came right down to the wire. Just another second or two, and honestly, that round could have been gone. I mean, like you said, the kit was right there, but it was close. Oh, now we see them on the save. Going for the techs and the deegs.
But still, these rounds have been so brutal that TeamOne have MP9s, and they're missing utility on all of their players.
That's the economy game, baby. That's what we've been talking about this whole time, right? Like, look at the difference it's making.
I mean, it's showing still, like, despite even they're in the lead, 7-5, but even all of TeamOne's round wins, Davenport have been competing in them. That's a miss smoke. That is a miss smoke, but a good flash to follow up. Deny any possibility, but Maluk will go for the reswing and nab one. Deagle, though, almost finds IDK. It was almost good, but instead it's a flawless one, and that's changing the tides here for TeamOne.
Well, I think the one thing we've also noticed from this game is that the smokes are just not going where they're supposed to be going, apparently, leaving some gaps from both sides too, right? This isn't even just a Davenport issue. This is something we saw from TeamOne. But not like it made the biggest impact in there. Yeah, they gave up a body early on, but we'll have to see what happens a little bit different now. Pugg actually going to equip up the Galil. AK's across the rest of the board, and actually some aggression. And Pugg, oh my lord! Pugg is still able to get a kill. Pacey gets ultra aggressive, overextends. He's down, but it's still double players in banana.
These guys are just gunning it right now. TeamOne. I mean, they play these CT sides. They're trying to get so in your face. It could have some ramifications, though. It's a 4v4. They have to concede a lot of ground to Davenport. And Spek is able to go creepy crawlies out towards brackets. Admittedly, I wouldn't want to walk into a Maluk op. Just a personal opinion. I'm not sure if you want to either. Just asking. I'm not quite sure, you know.
It's okay. It's good. There's no assumptions here. It's good.
What a play. Maluk, you're insane.
Oh,
he misses the shot. That's gonna cost you. That is so gonna cost you. You take a blind shot like that, and if you don't connect, you're gone. IDK still inside a spawn, but now they should know here for Davenport that there's only one player on the B site, but they're not gonna act on it. They're gonna go in towards A instead. They have the isolated fight onto TRK inside of the pit. He'll drop his smoke, but the entry comes through anyways. TRK has consistently gotten blasted in towards pit. It's happening again. A 2v2 now as Kojimo plants.
It's a 2v2, like you said. Double flash available here for IDK. They're going to group up. They're going to go towards lane now. Pugg playing in a good position. He's playing in the mini pit. Kojo again will be able to get the first sights on this. IDK, though.
Has to be a blinder.
Has to be a blinder.
Kojimo holding it. Lets him pass. Needs to hit the headshot combined with Pugg. It's an excellent lane crossfire. How do you break this if you're IDK? I think the answer is that you don't. He hits the first headshot, but Kojimo just dancing around the site. There is no time. He'll get the kills, but it's Davenport who are up to 8. And yes, despite the bomb being a tactical nuke, IDK will survive.
Oh, there we go. Davenport have got themselves the half, and we're on round number 15, but last round to go. Op available for Maluk. No op again here. The money is just, it's gone, man. I mean, it's Galeals. It's 3 Galeals with double AKs. The utility only on 3 of the players, or sorry, 4. Math's hard, apparently. But even the utility on some of these other players on the CT side is a little low, too. Double, down banana, going fast and heavy already. Yep. Pugg again with an entry.
Yep, they try to gun it. They try to get in your face. Davenport will have none of that, but a response goes in. They finally get rid of Spek, who's been creeping around that A site, being a real problem. For one. Using their lurk. Oh, we're going to get a classic Davenport execute out of this. And only a single molly that's just been deployed. They flash out now. Davenport were just waiting the entire time. There's no more util here for TeamOne. They'll press on, but malbs will collect one through the smoke, and great spam even onto Pugg. The plant, could it be denied? Pugg is watching this. Pugg is watching this. He will deny. But malbs at the same time still providing value. It's a 2v3. The bombs start to tick.
Yeah, you can even see Kojo look at this position. He's going to try to be the aggressor. He hears that nade getting thrown. Maluk just waiting things out. Pugg needs to get this timing right, but he won't be able to. So now down to Kojo by himself. Needs to find these kills. He's able to find the one, but no, it's not going to happen at all. It's going to be an 8-7. We're going to take a short break, and we'll see you for that second half.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
A winning half for Davenport. Were you expecting this going into this? Maybe I wasn't. Maybe you were. You'd be laughing to the bank with that one. Either way, lads, we're hopping into our pistol round. Davenport started getting off to their CT side. This is the one where they definitely had a good performance on against MIBR. They replicated against their Brazilian brothers in TeamOne. We'll have to wait and see. Davenport, this is a necessary pick for them. So this pistol, of course, it always decides the tempo early on in this game.
Yeah, and even TeamOne right now, they're actually just going to go for the old Pomperino, and Maluk's actually able to get that shot. So now Corn needs to put matters into his own hands, but he's just getting overwhelmed with nades.
Wrapped.
Yeah, he's getting wrapped, man. He's a dead man walking. Goodbye, Corn. Good. Okay, there we go. Goodbye, Corn.
Still around in play, though. This duel on Banana means a lot. Pesa going for jump spots here. If you keep going, give him one more, and Spek will hit the headshot. Trying to creep up, but he spots the beret. He spots the beret. He hits a gush, but Pesa will swing out for the headshot. And with Kojo down to 1, I think it is time to call it quits. TeamOne will actually pick up the pistol round. Still got close, but at the end of the day, that's one in a nutshell. That's malbs. A hell of a shot. Kojomo's on 1 HP, but he has 100 armor. Is this still a worthwhile save?
Well, and look at IDK's close. He might even get this kill. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Oh, there it is. There's malbs. Hey, malbs. Nice multi-kill round.
I mean, maybe he spared him the embarrassment because it looks like he was trying to drop in a mini pit where he could have died of fall damage. So,
yeah, that is true. That is true.
Sorry, I'm just see, as a commentator, you have to imagine all the worst possible scenarios that can happen. So, actually, a Giga Brain moment there from Kojomo, saving himself a Twitter clip. So, there we go. Force Spy's gonna come in through for Davenport. Scout available here for Kojo. Still trying to provide some long-range lethality. Still just going for these mid-swings, and he will come away with a tag. Good damage early on.
Yeah, Maluk already down to 12. So again, now we can see that IDK's got the Mac 10. Double players towards Banana, just baiting some of that utility here from Davenport. It's a 3-2 setup. Banana control has been obtained from TeamOne, so they can group up ready for the execute if they wish. And actually, the rotate is coming through, so Kojo's already here. He's in CT. He's got his crosshair ready to go, but the smoke's going to block his vision. Another smoke to slow things down. I don't think they have enough utility to stop this.
They don't have enough utility to stop it, but they have 3 players. They have the manpower. Do Davenport. Smoke's raining in. Oh, trying to block it. Couldn't quite do it. Kojomo now blinded up. But there's 2 players out towards the oranges, and there's no mollies to knock them off. There is a trade, a 1-for-1, and a tag even on the malbs. Still keeping this reasonable now. Even going for this smoke spam. It's so close on to Maluk. Not on the mark. Davenport.
It's gotta be that save.
Yeah, they're packing their bags.
They got to. I mean, they got full armor. They got Deagles, MP9s. Like, there's just too much to risk. You can't deplete that money right now. It's so important to keep that thing going. We saw that in the first half, right? I mean, there was a lot of scrappy rounds. Super costly for both teams. So Davenport are trying to make sure they don't replicate what we had witnessed from the first one. Oh, well, fine. We have ourselves a lead now for TeamOne. With a 1-round, Maluk.
Oh my gosh!
Goodbye, Maluk. This bomb has the most kills this game right now. I
Top
swear.
of the server.
How many does it have? Like at least 3 or 4 so far this game? Yeah, Jacob just said 4, so I think I'm gonna believe him. That seems accurate.
Not quite top of the server, and thankfully not out fragging anyone on the server. That would be a little embarrassing. But
that would be, yes.
4 kills is still awful strange for this bomb. 8 to 9. It's mostly just bits and bobs here for Davenport University. Couple deagles. I don't deny spek. Don't deny spek. He can do some damage, but outside of that, I'm not sure what there's much to bring here for DU. I mean, this is just the nature of losing pistol, losing force. This is TeamOne getting off to the early start they want. And 1 HP.
That is a crunchy nade. I mean, I think he was down. I don't even know what his HP was, but it was a big amount of HP loss. 3-player stack again here from Davenport. We saw this before. We're getting in another.
Now.
Okay, 4, yeah. They're going for a full stack.
They have so many mollies, though. I don't even think this is going to work. That's the biggest problem right now. That one's going in towards oranges. Poor man Corn is going to be burnt out, but a great nade. Maybe they can follow that one up. The Deagle at the back of the site. Spek, though, is traded out. The MP9, a switcher, trying to make stuff happen, but no, he'll just get headshot through the smoke, and that will be TeamOne walking away with this one. Pugg. Watch this master stroke of a clutch. It's not happening. All right. 10-8, TeamOne. They're on the board. First gun round coming up for DU.
Wah, wah. First gun round though. Very important now. Kojo does get his op. We saw him do some pretty big things in the first. Can he do it again in the second? He's gonna have to make sure he drops them like flies. TeamOne now have themselves a 2-round lead. And we've seen them just kind of, again, continuously taking this banana control, winning the executes. I mean, yes, they're going against lesser inventory here from the CTs, but I can't imagine we see that again. But actually a switch up in from Davenport, a 3-2 setup now. Bomb hanging back in the Macaball middle, and Swisher gets a nice roasty kill.
Okay, that's a good start. And now they're even looking to contend for a banana, and another player is golden brown.
Got a molly kill.
There you go. Pesadelo, cooked to perfection.
I'm a little surprised we keep seeing Pesa getting taken out pretty early in the rounds. I mean, Pesa's a pretty good clutcher on this team.
Yeah. He's been turned into a bit more of a space maker alongside malbs, all things said, with the addition of IDK, but certainly not a good player to lose in these early stages. He has that dog in him, some would say. So.
Oh man.
Sorry.
3
versus 5 right now sitting for TeamOne. They have 3 smokes. But if you don't have a molly to take the B site, it is nigh on impossible. But I think I'm forgetting one player. It's malbs. He does exist. He is a player on TeamOne. And he's just going to contact walk up. Why do I think he can do this? Corn also just got smoked out. I'm not sure. It's a mistake. Maul to just enter the site. This could go very badly. Pugg. Oh boy, he is trapped out towards second orange. The comms weren't quite there though. He'll still come away with the kill. But this round is still very much in play for TeamOne. What are these post plants position looking like, Laz?
Yeah, but what do we see from Davenport now? They have one piece of utility. It's a flashbang. Switcher, he does have that available that he can throw this, so his teammates are going to swing out of this. It actually does connect. Maluk's blind, but they're going a bit slow, and now Maluk's able to get himself ready for a fight, and there it is!
Oh, boy.
Oh, it just falls apart, man. They go a bit too slow, and look at that. The punishment just gets kicked right in.
I think it's time to save if you're Switcher. No kit. No chance. I mean, hoping for this AWP. He's getting the op. Yes, they try to lead the sides. Yeah, he'll pick up the one. You got to run now. Now you really got to run. And Maluk has just hemmed him in. He is not escaping this one. Whether it be Maluk, whether it be the bomb. It's 11-8 for TeamOne. And this game is all of a sudden taking a turn south.
I'd like to see a timeout coming out soon here, but it doesn't look like we're going to see it from Davenport yet. Might save it for the next gun round. I think a pretty big investment for this one, though. I mean, if you look at this, like MP9, mollies, some Deegs, 5.7s, I mean, they're equipping themselves for this. Well, I think we need to see something a little bit different, especially with these pistols. We need to see them kind of do like an element of surprise. Catch these guys off guard. Oh, they are. Oh, they are. They're just going to go straight down banana. Pugg. Oh, Pugg, you need to get this kill, but oh, he's so close.
Oh, and then he burns, but the trade's in at the same time. Kojimo walks right into IDK. We're sitting at 3v4. It needs to be a massive individual moment. Switcher inside of the pit could be one of them, but TeamOne are just going to take their time here. They're in the man advantage. They got every advantage playing for them right now.
Yeah, even TeamOne waiting things back too, right? I mean, the bomb's on the backside of T ramp. I mean, they get tons of time to work with. Just over a minute remaining. But I mean, these double players at A, again, it's risky to go for a swing, but I mean, they only are relying on pistols, so they need to do something, get some information. All right, well, not today.
So, you know, last night ECL's history was made. Hold on. they make history here? No. Okay, I'll just let that go. But last night, ECL history was made. Were you in on that, Laz? Did you check that out?
The longest match ever?
Yeah, the longest map of ECL in all renditions of it, Premiere.
Is that confirmed? That's 100% confirmed?
That is confirmed. The longest ECL map ever played was played last night. It was 40-37. Strife versus B-Hop on the map of Vertigo. It was so long, you could have played a triple overtime game inside of that map within the overtime that was played.
That is a long time. That is a
It
very long time.
was 5 hours for 2 maps. Whew. You really have to love Counter-Strike to play Counter-Strike for that long.
That's true. Either way, longest map, longest match. I don't know about this one, but we'll see.
Wouldn't it be funny if they just broke it the day after? Come on, guys, we're shooting for records here. Maybe someone else can cast that game. I'm not sure.
Well, you are blessed with those, so.
I've had my fair share of those, believe it or not. I will give the shout out, as this slow default does roll up middle here for TeamOne. I will give the shout out to All In Gaming, who was casting that game for Strife. Shout outs to that man. That is a hero.
That is a hero. We appreciate you. Ooh, big play though. Actually, Spek does go for the big swing. Oh, he's actually able to get himself out of this too. So TRK is removed.
Uh-oh.
Maluk almost able to find that. IDK getting a little bloodthirsty, trying to see what he can do. Nate's not going to connect though, but the bracket control now obtained for TeamOne.
Yeah, this is a nice position though for Kojimo, because they have no smokes to block him off, nor even a flash. Oh, is he going to try and push forward? No, he's just going to hold the angle and pick off mobs, right? That's when they have to contact walk into an op, it's a death sentence. Kojimo will hit that every time. They've made their way in towards the moto position, so Spek does want to... His position will be compromised in just a bit. At the same time, Kojo is starting to struggle a little bit. The angle's not favoring him, but you see Swisher inside a mini pit. And the entries are coming through, though. Pugg! And the triple entry now. The shot not connecting. They get the bomb plant, and things get very, very dicey. It started out so good for DU. TeamOne are back in a 2 versus 2, but the HP is so low right now. Especially for Maluk, but he has the op. There wouldn't be any other weapon I wanted. They push through. They try to hunt him down, but he still hits the flick. It's Kojo out with the pistol, and IDK is going to lock it in. That is a 2 versus 5.
Oh man, that's a heartbreaker round if I've ever seen one. I mean, Davenport had the advantage in the numbers. They had the advantage in the positions. It just came down to the one critical thing, aim. Like, we just couldn't see those shots landing. But TeamOne, I mean, I can't take anything away from them. They did that perfectly. I mean, again, they just timed everything a little bit off, caught those players off guard, which kind of, again, compromised. They're able to frag that round, and they put themselves with 13th. Davenport, again, have to go for the eco save. Like, it's just... a blunder of a round to lose, and an unfortunate round to lose, and look at this late in the game. Oh my, okay, we're good.
He's wall banging inside a spawn. Gordon's inside a spawn. He's behind numerous walls. Maluk would need like a tank round to try and blast through that, but not needing the tank. The old little MP9 here from Pugg is going to get a couple of kills for himself. Davenport need to convert this. This is a must-win round. And Spek has a backstab. He can cut off the bomb running up middle. But the timing, he's inside a boiler though. I mean, it can still work out for Spek. They're coming up middle. That's the bomb on the ground, and thanks for the op delivery. But the entry comes back in from TRK, and it's only a max 7 on the site that can't deal the damage necessary. It's a 3v5, turn 2v2 again.
Yeah, they're not even going to hesitate. They're just going to go straight into this. Nate does a little bit of damage now. Last piece of utility burned here from TeamOne, so now comes down to the firefight. The crossfire is here. Both players split apart from each other, and now it's just Corn. He makes it down to the 1v1. TRK the high ground, but it doesn't matter at all. Davenport University survive. They get the defuse, and they get themselves a 9th.
Look, I call myself a bit of a shill for Davenport University, but in general, I hate seeing teams lose 3v5s over and over again. Horn brings it home in a 1 versus 2. I mean, TeamOne either way are utterly happy for that round, but bringing it home. is Davenport. That's their first CT side round despite the number of advantages that they've had. All right, things really need to start to get up and running here and now.
Needing to happen now. This is an important one. This could swing things around. Full aggression coming in from TeamOne now. They're just gonna run up banana. I don't know if Davenport are ready for this kind of aggression yet. But TeamOne do hit the brakes. They wait it out. Not sure what the hesitation's for.
Trying to line up their utility, get that perfect execute going. Corn from the back of the site. Malbs. Oh, he's getting in the site. He's getting up close. He's found this first entry. He's down to 4, and he gets the double. Eventually, he'll burn to a team molly, but it doesn't matter. TeamOne have run over this round. And in the 2v4, it's time to pack your bags. That was a quick one.
Oh.
And Kojo loses the op too.
Oh, it's just shambles.
Ship takes on water here for DU.
Yeah, now Swisher has to just keep himself alive. I mean, he's by himself, and yeah, he's the dead man. 14 secured now for TeamOne, and they're starting to look a lot better on this T side. I was thinking that Davenport going on the CT would have been a little bit stronger than what we saw. I mean, when we talk about them on this map, I mean, they do have a stronger T side, but I mean, the CT's right behind that too, and just the way that we saw them play, I was thinking, okay, we can get that op kind of rotating around, getting those kills, but that's just not the case. TeamOne are isolating them very well.
Kojo still manages an op, but it just gets ripped from his hands. I feel like this game has been awful tragic for Davenport. They've had so many advantages, right? But TeamOne have, man, I mean, you also got to give the credit to TeamOne for battling themselves back in so many of these rounds. And it's just a testament. Davenport's early decision-making on this CT side is actually, in my opinion, surpassed TeamOne. But they've been unable to convert their openers. But this is a bit of something, a good mid-round play. We'll bring it back at a minimum. Now needing to get back into the site. The execute comes through, but spek hits a nice one. Onto IDK. Maluk posted out towards Moto, though, and now he has his isolated fight onto spek. He's down to 15. Spek needs to hit a blinder. He'll hit a dink, but that's it. A 1v2 is needed here for Korn. He's going to give his best shot at it.
Yeah, I don't even know if there's any point for him to go for the save here. I mean, he's going to have to commit this. I mean, it's down to the 1v2. Maluk is at 9. He doesn't know that. I'm sure the communication's been there that he's lit. Or he's like, there's some kind of damage inflicted to him. He doesn't have that defuse kit, and he's going to need it. Just kidding, Maluk. He's going to secure that 15th point. 1 round away from map number 1 going in the hands here for TeamOne.
(15-9). And TeamOne have only allowed a single CT side round. Well, the side that was working so well against MIBR, at least towards the later portions, TeamOne have just battled themselves back in a bunch of mid rounds. And I wonder what spek's up to. Maybe just trying to see what the initial presence is here. He'll begin to rotate over to the B side very quickly. And they are in time to put together a 3B stack. Spek waiting in spawn just to see what the D side does, reacting, and he's here in time. There will be this execute here for TeamOne, and spek is in position, but blinded up now. And already the entry's coming through, but a double kill from spek, but no one on the team can find anything else. They'll have the B site. Spek a one-man army, but that army is not enough.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, it's just him doing the double kill. Yeah, there it goes. Mulb with 1, Mulb with 2, and there we go. Map number 1 gonna go for TeamOne, and it's an ace. We're gonna have this celebratory moment here for TeamOne. We're gonna take a break. We'll see you for map number 2.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style?